If you ask car enthusiasts what company builds the best engines, one name almost always comes up: Honda. For decades, Honda has built a reputation for engines that are efficient, durable, fun to drive, and incredibly well engineered. Some Honda engines routinely last 300,000 miles or more. Others have become absolute legends in the performance world. Many mechanics will tell you the same thing: Honda engines are simply different. But why? To find the answer, we have to go back. Honda didn't start as a car company. They started as an engine company founded by Soichiro Honda in 1948. Their first success wasn't on four wheels but two. Honda quickly became the world's largest motorcycle manufacturer. Building millions of motorcycles forced engineers to master designs that were lightweight, efficient, and capable of extreme RPMs. Those exact engineering principles were later carried over into Honda's cars, shaping their philosophy for the next 70 years. During the 80s and 90s, Honda obsessed over powertrain engineering like no one else, producing some of the most advanced engines ever made. The crown jewel of this era was VTEC. You've likely heard the memes, but the technology behind it is genius. VTEC stands for Variable Valve Timing and Lift Electronic Control. It allows an engine to use two different camshaft profiles. At low RPM, the engine uses a profile designed for smooth operation, fuel efficiency, and low emissions. It's perfect for the daily commute. But at higher RPM, it switches to an aggressive profile that maximizes airflow. It's like having two engines in one. This allowed Honda to deliver high-end performance without sacrificing fuel economy. It was a revolution for small displacement engines. The V16 engine found in the early Civic Si could rev to over 8,000 RPM, unheard of for a production car at the time. Then came the S2000's F20C engine. It pushed limits further with a 9,000 RPM redline, one of the highest ever for a production car. It produced over 120 horsepower per liter naturally aspirated. Most modern turbo engines only reach those numbers with forced induction. But why do they last so long? Enthusiasts don't just love them for the speed, they love them because they don't die. First, Honda engines are engineered with incredibly tight tolerances and precise machining, which reduces internal friction and wear. Second, even though they can rev high, they usually operate at much lower RPM during normal driving, reducing overall stress. Third, Honda often sticks to simple, well-proven designs. Simplicity in engineering almost always translates to reliability in the real world. Then there's the racing heritage. Honda has used Formula One and motorcycle racing as a testbed for decades. Racing pushes engineers to develop parts that survive extreme heat, pressure, and constant stress. Tech that eventually hits the street. Honda's approach is unique. While others focused on big displacement torque, Honda focused on high-revving efficiency. This created a rev-happy character that drivers describe as incredibly responsive and connected. It's the signature Honda experience. Their straightforward layouts also made them a favorite for DIY owners. Easy maintenance means fewer failure points and lower costs. But the industry is changing. Modern emissions and fuel standards have pushed Honda toward turbocharging. While these new engines are powerful, turbochargers add heat and pressure. Reliability now depends even more on proper maintenance. Honda is also leading in hybrid technology, applying that same engine-first philosophy to create some of the most efficient electrified systems. People always compare Honda and Toyota. Toyota typically focuses on conservative engineering for maximum longevity. Honda, however, balances that longevity with driving enjoyment. One builds for the commute, the other builds for the driver. It's not just the engines, their precise transmissions and lightweight chassis create a truly connected driving experience. That's why cars like the Civic Type R and the Integra have become such icons. They are built around a masterpiece of an engine. This reputation was built over decades of careful engineering and continuous improvement. It didn't happen overnight. Millions of Honda vehicles around the world continue to prove this philosophy every single day in every climate imaginable. Honda engines are respected because they were designed by people who truly understood them. That's the core principle. When you start with a great engine, the rest of the car often follows. That's how Honda became one of the most respected brands on earth. And it's why so many of them are still running strong hundreds of thousands of miles later. Honda, the power of dreams.